All right, I finally got the audio adjusted the way I wanted it to be. That's why my other last 4 or 6 videos, the recorded audio from the computer from YouTube was really low, and it was causing like every now and then it would cause like a buzzing reverb effect that would fuck up the audio quality of the screenshot, the screen recorded audio, but my mic will be good. So I finally have it good, and I'm pretty confident that this audio will be all right. So let's take a look at this. So I would say that this is somewhat goes in with the Iyanla Van Zant versus Ebony K. Williams charade, and I was watching a couple female talking points on their perspective, the so-called soft life girls, the so-called upper echelon level up black women, and they had some decent points. Like I don't I don't really fault women for wanting a certain type of dude, but we what black women need to be honest is that the dudes that they want aren't really making the money that they claim to desire. And this so-called this new age black woman or black girl or whatever who's avoiding hood antics, not going to the club and all that shit is a myth. It's a myth. This classy, bougie black girl who is inspiring to level up is a myth. It's bullshit. You're still dealing with Ray Ray and Pookie, and there's no hiding it. Because when these cases of these little of black women, being missing or killed, and we look at who's the boyfriend, all of a sudden it's Ray Ray, and he doesn't even he's not educated. He doesn't work. See, you can never fault the educated lame. That's something that a lot of black women in the black YouTube sector has always been frustrated. There's nothing that they can blame us for. They can't blame us for the out of wedlock babies. They can't blame us for the murders of black women. They can't blame us for anything. So basically, they'll just use these vague talking points or this vague description of black men are so evil, and then it puts us ELs and non-celeb black men into this quagmire of, well, should I defend this or should I ignore this? How should I respond? I'm not like one of those black men, but if you gave black men like me a chance, you would know that not all black men are X, Y, and Z. But anyways, let's get to this video because I really want to get to bed. So I'm guessing that this is from an African church, mega church show or something, and they're talking about relationships and spirituality. And per usual, I already know what to expect. I haven't seen it in its entirety, but I already know what to expect. It's usually an older black woman who is she's in her mid 40s, probably 2 kids, divorced, and she's talking about leveling up. She's leveling up, but she's also leveling up the black men, and she's pro black man, but every time she talks about black men, it's always in this kind of inferior position to where it's when someone is asked to describe a black man, the first thing that comes to mind is the garbage collector. The first thing that comes to mind is her misunderstanding of a blue collar worker who is only making like $6 an hour, and he comes home riding his bike or still trying to fix his old jalopy or some shit. And this is the best representation. This is the best image that black women have for us. And this is why I'm hard on chameleons. I'm hard on black women who pretend to like black men, because I'm not accepting this shit. ELs have been making noise on black YouTube or YouTube in general since 2008. We've been making noise that we were educated, that we had ideas, we had thoughts. We were practically begging black women to look in our direction. And after 15 years, the best that black women can really do is still date Ray Ray and Pookie and still have an inferiority complex towards black men. Or superiority complex.
For in a man.
So let me say this before I say,
What are you looking for in a man?
so let me say this before I say, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Before I say what I want, what I desire in a man, let me say this. There is nothing that a man I love couldn't put in my hands and I multiply it.
That's
Nothing.
Fact. That's fact.
I don't care.
Now what? The black woman's God now? See, this is what happens. That now they're thinking they're God and they can multiply. Okay, woman. Let me guess. You have a degree in theology, probably a master's degree in theology and social science, and you're gonna tell a black man who is an electrician. He's a maintenance man. He's the guy that puts the wires together in the houses and shit like that. You're gonna tell him that, you know what his study is about. You know what his field is about. You know, just by eyesight. When you don't even know anything about Ohm's law. You don't know anything about scientific laws and formulas. You don't know anything about being an electrician. You don't know how to ground wires. You don't know how to find a break in a wire or how to measure ohms. You don't know anything of that. But your logic is so much about being better than the next person that you think that you can just magically level up some dude.
If he worked at Burger King, by the time we get finished, he gonna own a chain of them. There is not.
How is that possible? Do you know how to do that? Do you have assets that will, give him the ability to do that? Who's gonna give him the loans? Who's going to how is he as a fry cook going to have the references and the confidence from his boss or his manager to say that, oh yeah, you can take my spot? Like this type of shit doesn't happen overnight, and that's the problem with women, is that they claim that they know men so well, but they have this kind of stupid ideology to where they think that men have all this fucking privilege in the world, but the issue is that we're so lazy that we don't even tap into it. We're so lazy that we're intentionally getting jobs that only pays, according to them, like $6 an hour, and we're failing to own the bus. We're failing to take lead. We're failing to take in charge of the community and all that shit.
There is nothing a man I love couldn't put in my hands and I can't multiply. So let me put that right here.
But just be honest with you. Most women don't multiply shit. They divide, they subtract. The only thing they are multiplying with your money is a decimal. But what does a decimal do when it's being multiplied by a whole number? It's still being subtract. These women don't do anything. They don't build with you. They're not helping you out with anything. They may, give you a little apartment and you have sex with them. You be the little boy toy or whatever. But when it comes to work, what the fuck does a woman, what's her input going to be in real world ethics? You know, you let's say she's dating a soldier who's a first class private, a private first class. Well, now what? She's gonna try to pep talk him into being. You need to be a general. I don't even know why you're a private. Well, I don't have a degree. Oh well, you need to fucking get one by next year, and you need to talk to your boss and your supervisor that you need to be a general by next year. Like that's not how it works. That's not how it works.
Let me say what I desire. The Bible doesn't give a whole lot of information necessarily on how we date, but we can look at the characteristics of God to determine what type of person we want. So I'm not telling.
I'm so tired of black women and these Christian black women about character. It's so annoying. You don't like good guys because you're the same type of woman who will go on TikTok and talk about how the good guy is he doesn't, and this is coming from mostly black women. The good guy is not he's not authoritative. The good guy is not assertive enough. The good guy doesn't know how to stand up for himself. The good guy can't fight. The good guy can't do anything. The good guy doesn't know how to, seize the moment. He doesn't know when to say hello. The dude's always awkward. So well, fuck all the character. We know that you don't date off of character. I can go on my watch TV, pull up my Tubi app, and watch all the hood black movies of black women falling for black men with character, with the swag and the gunplay and the violence and the sex. We already know that this so-called godly character puts you bitches to sleep. You talk all this God shit, but we know that the dudes who are known versions, they don't turn you on. You don't go to these versions and be like, well, hey, I'm celibate, you're a virgin. Let's date and wait till marriage. You guys don't bring that stupid shit up. The minute you see a guy who's a virgin, even though you claim to be celibate, you will laugh at him. You would be scared to even be seen with him. You would be scared to even have sex with him, even if you waited for you. Because you're afraid that, he wouldn't know what he's doing in the bedroom. This virtuous man puts you to sleep. This virtuous man looks like Steve Urkel. This virtuous man is the most boringest dude in the world. But you need drama in your life. You need attention. And that dude won't be able to bring that attention that you need from other people.
You a person that I want to date. I'm telling you what I want from a husband.
Facts.
So from a husband, I desire a man who has very clear vision.
Yes.
He is clear about.
It's always about vision. It's like, I don't know what it is with women. It's like, you're too old for this. This vision talk, this should be like girls in high school who are about to graduate and go to college. Like, dude, to be honest with you, that should be the only women talking about vision. Is teenagers. And it's like, I want to see black women like this who are showing off their Lamborghinis, their not their Lamborghinis, their Volkswagens and their Escalades and and their Chargers and all that shit. And I'm wondering, like, why is every dude you're entertaining so beneath you? But when we show them educated lames or men of the industry, all of a sudden, those guys are secular. Those guys, they lack some kind of connection with God. They're emotionally inept. They are, they're secret devil worshippers or some shit. You guys do this nonsense. They don't follow God the way that I do. And you find all these disqualifiers, but yet you go out of your way to make Pookie and Ray Ray the best man in the world. And you wonder why good guys don't even take you bitches seriously. Let me rewind that.
I desire a man who has very clear vision.
Yeah.
And vision, like what? You're 45. You're too old to be looking for dudes who are 48 who don't have vision. The dude who's a janitor at a local elementary school, maybe that's his lot in life, and he's done. The dude probably, if you talk to him long enough, he probably was in the army back in the day, got out, with 50% disability, and he's just doing some janitorial work because it's easy on his back. Maybe that's his lot in life, and he's cool with that. He ain't trying to own a fucking cleaning services. Maybe he's not interested in trying to create a formula for anti-grease detergent or whatever. You guys are so worried about upgrading these men, and the thing is that you guys aren't even updating your dating preferences. You keep talking about this imaginary shit of you're gonna date ballers and you're gonna date these high value men, but when in reality, because we see you with the men that you actually have, now all of a sudden it's, the black men you're with are projects. There's something to work on. There's something to build up. And it's like, you've done this before. I don't know why you're expecting a dude who's 54 to be a millionaire out of thin air. It's not happening.
He is clear about purpose and destiny, not just for himself, but a man who you marry has to be able to cultivate what is in and on you as well. So I can't have a man who is unclear about where he is going and who is intimidated.
I mean, I'll give her a credit. At least she's saying the word man and acknowledging what men... It's really not even what men want. It's just fluff talk. It's really just this motivational bullshit of women are these high and mighty people, high and mighty, children of God, and men are just these second-class citizens that need women for guidance and all that shit. But my thing is that when will you guys really talk about what men actually want in a relationship? What men actually want in a marriage?
By what and who I am. He has to be able to help me cultivate what I am as well. So I desire clear vision. I desire clear purpose. I need definition. I'm not a go.
This is this silliness, is this whole this random talk, and black women fall for this shit. And it's like, the thing is that with men, you can have so many goals and so many ideas of what you want to do, and you can be so clear into do. You could be doing the shit you want to do right now, but the thing is, we all know and love it. We all know is that if you look like this guy who is non-select, your dreams, your vision, your dream goal, your dream job that you're currently working or whatnot, it will mean nothing to her. It means nothing. And she won't respect it, and she will probably resent you for being already on top and already making the rules. And now she will want to question your authority and buck you and shit. And it's like, you're a dude making good money. You doing better than most of the black men she's ever dated. But yet, one thing she's yet to bring up is submission. She's yet to talk about sex on a man's terms. So what the fuck is all this fluff talking the point? I'm not interested in having a wife that's gonna lead to a family business. I'm not interested in that. I already know that women don't build. Women don't do anything. Even when they're educated, they don't do anything. They don't build upon people's lives. They're not creating it's been like 11 years after this so-called idolization of the Jay-Z, Beyonce power couple. Black women still can't even do that with the dudes they're with. So what's the point?
The flow type of woman. I need to know where we going, what we doing, what's the destination.
Dudes already have everything mapped out, but what you guys don't do, you guys don't listen. You guys don't even have faith in black men to even to follow. You guys keep crying about black men needing this Optimus Prime Marine Corps type leadership, and you guys don't even believe us still. Black women's stewardship sucks. It sucks. You can't do anything with it. You can tell a black woman, hey, I need you to do X, Y, Z. She won't do it. Even if you have the money, she won't do it. So what's this point of trying to bring this portfolio to a black woman's desk and trying to explain to her that this is what you plan to do with the rest of your life, and expecting some type of ultimate submission? We've yet to see this so-called ultimate submission. Even with the guys who are the perfect six guys. And when I say the perfect six, I'm talking about the guys who have the six figures, the guys who are 6'6", 6 foot or taller, the guys with the six packs. The perfect six. Even with those men, we already seen the reality TV shows, and those women are still ungrateful. These women are driving luxury cars, going on fancy trips, and they're still not even happy. They're not even happy. And low-key, they probably would have been better off being back in the projects, collecting food stamps. I'm sorry, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in being a part of a black woman's happiness, because it will never happen. I'm not going to spend and waste my hard-earned money only for a black woman to tell me that the 8 to 11 hours that was worked went to waste, and she can care less for it, and she doesn't seize the moment. And I'm planning all of this shit. I'm trying to be the definition of this new age black man that they want, who reminds them of their fucking father. And they all say that same shit. But do they ever give you a chance to do anything? They're always asking you for fucking money. They're always asking you to pay their house off. And even if you're nice enough to give them a little charity just so they can shut the fuck up, they don't give you no ass. They don't give you no ass. They don't give you no sexy pictures. They don't put no videos in your phone. They don't do anything. And you know what they do? They be more ungrateful the next fucking day. And they cry and they beg for you to pay them more money just so they can disrespect you.
Thrive. Hear this. I thrive when I know what's going on, and I shouldn't have to ask you. I need you to lay out the plan for us.
The dude with the dreads looked familiar. Is that dude from what, Ace's Crew or Crew Live or some shit?
Me on a drive.
Go ahead, go stand up, stand up.
Hold on. Listen, I don't care if you gotta put me in a car. We ain't gotta have no money at this point, but hold on.
That's fucking cap. That's fucking cap.
Put me in a car, drive me around, talk to me. Tell me, baby, this is what we're getting ready to do. This is the land that I desire to buy. These are the businesses that I desire to have. This is what I want. Make it clear. I thrive in clarity.
I think black women are so used to these thugs who give them the golden pillow talk, the golden inspirations of getting out of the hood and driving and racing the highways of Atlanta with Lambos and Corvettes. And women are now kind of turning this into their own little motivational and using the same talking points that these thugs use. And it's just that women need to realize, especially black women, you're not special. You're everybody is more so of an ant, and just a generic ant at best. I don't understand why black women need to feel like their life is gonna magically be special. And it's like, it's crazy because they will always vote Democrat. They will always vote against the interest of the black community. They can't even get their own head out of their own ass to create programs for their own sons to be business owners, to be the leaders, the future leaders of the community. Black women have yet to take accountability for fucking up my brother's keeper 10 years ago. They don't take no responsibility about that shit. And they're not even pressing President Biden to make or create a better program that's only targeting for black boys. They don't even do that shit.
Bible says that God is not the author of confusion. So I ought to know exactly where I stand with you. Hear this. I ought to know exactly where I stand with you.
And this nigga is just taking so many fucking notes. He's like, okay, I got so much shit to tell these girls in the choir or in the clergy. This magical tongue bullshit. Yeah, she's just feeding him some game.
I ought to know where I fit in your life. I'm not competing with your mama, your sister, your daughters, your dog. My space. Hear this. My space in your life.
No man in the crowd. Ain't that a trip? Ain't that a trip? No man in the crowd, man. It's probably a ladies' service or whatever, but it's just the irony. I probably say that 65% of them are single moms. I'll even say that 95% of them aren't even virgins. I would say that 45% of them are claiming celibacy for the third time.
Be solidified. I don't care if Beyonce walk in the room. I ought to be the baddest thing to you. Listen.
But you won't lose the weight. You won't lose the attitude. But you're talking about you're the best woman out there, and it's like this is crazy. Like you really think the women in this crowd can even talk about being in a beauty pageant? Half of them are overweight, more than half. I'll probably say 2/3 of the women are overweight.
He's laid out vision. Once we know the direction that we are going in, I desire a disciplined man, a man who don't gotta sleep.
That's cap. You don't want a disciplined man. This is what you want. You want a man who makes decent money to where that he's dumb enough or foolish enough to give you his whole paycheck on your terms. You want a dude to where if you ask for $200, he will give you the $200 and not even question where you're putting that money. You don't like guys who are disciplined, because the guys who are disciplined are the guys you turn down. You don't respect guys who are virgins. You don't respect guys who are celibate. You don't respect guys who are educated lames, who are keeping to themselves. You don't like discipline in guys. You like chaos in guys. That's what turns you on. That's how you got your first baby daddy. See, the thing is, I like to put these women to the test through their dating history, because you can't hide that shit. Because they can't hide behind saying that they like responsible men, or they like ELs, or they like black nerds, or they like the smart guy. And and I'm looking through their dating their dating history, and I'm like, whoa, Who's Raheem? Who's Tavares? Who's Jamal? They can't hide that shit.
With everything he sees, I desire a man who can communicate to me. Tell me you ain't gotta be perfect, but I can't work with what I don't know. Tell me.
Yeah, you guys really are playing dumb at this point. You really don't know what black men want. You guys can't lose the ego for shit. You guys can't lose the attitude for shit. You guys can't lose the drama for shit. You guys can't lose the nagging, the gold digging for shit. And you guys are the main ones complaining about black men are not communicating their thoughts properly. That black men need to go to this psychotherapy to understand themselves and to learn how to talk and have to start over and they have to figure out X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, we've literally spent 20 years on YouTube, damn nearly 15, I guess, but we spent like a decade plus trying to explain to you what the fuck we want in a woman, in the black woman specifically. And y'all are the main ones talking about black men can't communicate properly.
What I don't know. Love me, be gentle with me. The Bible says that he washes her with the word of the Lord. You ain't gotta know every scripture, but you gotta know something. Know something. You gotta know something. You provide an environment where I'm safe. My heart is safe. I can go to sleep at night without feeling like I gotta check your phone because I know you lying.
Does this sound like an educated lane? Of course not. Why are you with guys that make you feel insecure on whether or not you're the only woman in their life? You search these guys out because you live for the drama. You live for this competition of trying to get this Uber guy who's a thug, attractive, and all that shit. And you are so worried about fighting every bitch in his phone and trying to prove this fictitious point that you're the only woman in his life. You're the only woman that matters. That he can still have a side piece, but you're the main one he's going to. You bitches lose every time. I don't even know why you even entertain this bullshit. Why don't you get the educated lane that nobody wants? Because to me, that's an easy win. Most likely you're the only girl on his phone. Most likely, he's putting all of his attention to you and he's willing to do everything and die for you. But that's not good enough for you, right? Because that's the guy that nobody wants. That's the guy that no one's fighting to be with, right? Because your girlfriends are making fun of you for dating that guy. Your girlfriends are making fun of the guy. For every girl he likes, they have to remind them that he's a piece of shit, that he's ugly, that he's not wanted. Y'all create this chaos within y'all's own dating life, and you wonder why it goes nowhere.
Safety. I want an environment where I can thrive. Because let me tell you this about most women: when a man provides that for a woman, she will walk through every fire.
Get the fuck out of here. She will destroy it. She will destroy it. She will destroy it. She will destroy it. She will make it worse. She will find some crack in the shield. She will exploit the weakness and try to prove to herself that you was an ain't shit nigga, that you was a weak ass nigga all along. She is not going to stand by you. She is not going to build with you. She's not going to sharpen your sword. She's not going to find the steel to keep your shield polished or anything. She will find a chink in the armor, exploit it, and tell everybody about how much of a weak man you are.
She will climb every mountain. You ain't gotta have nothing but $5, but if you are loyal to her, she gonna
see, the default setting is a broke nigga who has nothing going on with themselves. Meanwhile, you know, black men have literally on the black manosphere have literally been showing off, you know, their investments, where they're going, what they're doing with their lives, their knowledge and their skills. But black women still have this rudimentary vision that all black men are these little dudes who live in their mama's house, who trade places, going place hopping from mama house to the homeboy's house, to their car, to their girlfriend, to their baby mama, their cousin, auntie, etc., etc. And it's like, if black women are viewing black men at this lowly level as an educated lane, they're not even going to think that I'm black. They're going to look at me like I'm weird. They're going to be like, oh, what you mean you didn't grow up like this? Nah, I had a father in my life. I knew what I needed to do. I did X, Y, Z. I did everything that you guys were bitching and telling me to do to get educated, get a good career, do something constructive with my life. And guess what? I got nothing out of it. I got absolutely nothing out of it. I got more criticism from you guys doing what you guys wanted black men to do than praise and appreciation. I don't even get that type of shit. But yeah, you're gonna tell me that the dude who makes who has $5 in his wallet can't do nothing, refuses to do anything with himself. You're telling me you are willing to give him the best of you, all just because he has some fucking character.
Take that $5 and turn it into $500,000. Come on. That is what I desire. Hey, listen, ain't nobody got no time for no games. Listen, you have women who are carrying destiny and purpose on them. You don't have time.
Yeah, on them. Yeah, but black women are carrying so much. It's like y'all are the true daughters of God. You know, y'all are just giving these lowly dudes so much opportunity and eye-opening grace. God, where would we be without the black woman?
For all of this stuff, and let me tell you this, the enemy uses relationships with us because he knows that it is the one thing that can derail what our destiny is. Hell studies how we love and who we love. It is the thing that demons use the most. This is why we date the same spirit in a different body.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
He knows that if I can get her in a dysfunctional relationship.
Do black women really think that the devil, if there is one, is literally wasting his goddamn time watching people and making sure that they date the same motherfuckers over and over? I don't know. Maybe to me that's just narcissism. I really couldn't even imagine someone wasting that much time on a B-dub that's naturally gonna fail. What is it? You gonna blame evil spirits for child support, single parenthood, abortion, no fault divorce? You gonna blame the devil for that?
Shit. I can steal her confidence. I can kill her esteem. And then I can destroy her destiny. So for me, the things that I desire, to me, that ain't that much.
Oh, hallelujah.
That ain't that much. Because in comparison about what you gonna get back from me,
Come on.
baby, the least that you can do is provide that.
Come on.
You give that to me and everything else is fine. It's not that complicated. We want people who are committed to us, who will love us, and we will be able to do the same. I'm not intimidated
Yeah, this is bait. This is bait. This is the trick bag that a lot of black women love doing, and then they'll turn on you. They will turn on you. They'll use your insecurities. They will use your traumas against you. Don't fall for this shit. Do not fall for this shit. Because these same very women that you tell your whole life story will block you. These same women that you tell your whole life story, they will cheat on you. They'll make fun of you. They'll call you a weak ass nigga. So don't ever fall for this bullshit, whether they're women of God or whoever the fuck. Nah, don't fall for that shit.
Challenges, do you want to come out of it? Am I going to be destroyed by trying to help you overcome what you are in? That's what I want in a man's man. Huh? A man's man. Huh? He walking.
She was about to say husband, but then she corrected herself because she probably knew for damn well herself and most of these bitches, you know, sitting in the audience, they're not going to get married. And they're going to say, and this is the frustrating thing with black women and these dating coaches, is that they just regurgitate bullshit. They regurgitate shit that doesn't work. And you're just kind of like fed up as a dude because you know from experience, you know, black women don't respect your discipline. Black women don't respect where you come from. Black women don't respect your struggles. And you get fed up with this falsehood that black women have this, you know, mother of God carrying this Mother Teresa, you know, persona. And it's like, oh, because they preach this shit so often. And now when guys like me expose the truth, we're made to look like as if we're fucking crazy. And I'm like, nah, we've been betrayed by these women. And these women were the women who were educated. These were the women of God. These were the women who had fathers in their life. They still did us wrong. So what's the excuse now? I ain't trying to hear the devil tempted you. I ain't trying to hear all that bullshit.
Room and the whole place shift. A man's man. He get on the phone and his voice begins to calm you. A man's man. Listen.
All right.
Okay, hold on. The door to the church are open.
But you know, excuse my mellowness. It's just I'm about to fall asleep and shit. I think I was yelling so much Saturday, and you know, usually when it's nighttime, even though I'm not sleepy, I usually don't have my voice. My voice doesn't naturally get as loud as I want it to be during the night. But again, with this video, it just proves that black women are just fucking narcissistic. They keep trying to create this hodgepodge dude, this Frankenstein Negro, and they don't even meet dudes where they're at. I feel like we literally as black men, we need to fucking step up and be like, hey, the default setting as a black man is not a bus driver. The default setting as a black man isn't a dude who's just sitting on the couch all day. It's fucking tiresome. And to be honest with you, if these bitches keep doing this shit, I'm just saying, just cut them off. I don't care what they're preaching. I don't care if they're pro-black. I don't care if they're trying to preach about black love. I don't give a damn what the message is, man. If the default setting is black men being at a lowly bitch-made position, I don't want to fucking hear it.